You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and then you have defects for life. Defects for life.
What is up, defects? We're back for another new comic book day show, guys. For those of you that are new, this is where we take Chris Nelms' new comic book day pull list article and we break it down defect style. Chris Nelms is an author over at comicbookinvest.com. You guys want to check out his article? I'm going to put a link in the description to that article. And of course, I'm going to put a link to the CBSI website because they got a lot of great content. Before we get into the books, Jay, you want to tell them about our partners?
You know it, guys. Express Comic Book Pressing. Defects 10 get you 10% off. Erod will send your books to CGC and CBCS and pass his discount along. We also have Mutant Beaver Comics, guys. Canada's #1 online comic book shop for exclusive comic books. Again, Defects 10, 10% off.
All right, guys and girls. Can't forget about the girls. We got a big female audience now. Without further ado, get into the books.
Defects. Here we go. We're going to get started. But first, Chris's list right across the screen so you can ponder and check it out before we get started. First up from DC this week, guys, you got Joker #2, second printing. You know, this is the first appearance of Vengeance, which is the daughter of Bane. You got a lot of stuff going on in these covers. I mean, obviously it's the second printing, so we've all seen them. We know what they look like. Just go get them if you want them. Also from DC this week, guys, you got Legends of the Dark Knight. This is the first appearance of a chemical arms dealer. I'm going to ask Jay what he's thinking, but you know what? That Federici, it's got me a little chilly inside, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, guys, you got the cover A, you got the cardstock variant, and you got the 1 in 25 Federici Mr. Freeze. We also have the 1 in 250 teams variant, which is absolutely fire. You see all those different renditions of Batman. Like Guy said, a new player in Gotham is selling chemicals to Gotham's top villains. Sounds like a classic Batman story to me, guys. I'm definitely going to be giving this a read.
I love that 1 in 250, but I would never pay that much money for it.
Yep.
DC Strong this week. Matty Forge is going to let you know about Nightwing #80. First full appearance of Heartless. Well, maybe a second cameo. Who knows? We know that's a thin line that we cross, right?
Yeah, it is. It is, Guy. You're 100% right. Cardstock variant, dope. Cover A, dope. Like them both. I got to start reading this because everybody telling me it's a good storyline. I got to get in this. This new villain, he's basically ripping people's hearts out in Bloodhaven. So I got to get down. This definitely piques my interest. So are we going to get the full appearance of Heartless or not? You know, it's a good name. You know, Heartless. He pulls hearts out. I guess he's got to try to fill his gap. So yeah, this could be good. This could be good. So I'm looking forward to eventually starting. I can't go from #1. I'll probably just go from the latest story arc forward. So I got to jump on this.
I know Jay's going to get excited for this one. Immortal Hulk, Time of the Monsters #1. There's a bunch of stuff going on over here. It looks like they're at the movie theater in the second one. I mean, he's coming out of the screen. I'm coming out of the booth. You got first Hulk from 10,000 years ago. Jay.
Yeah, here you got it, guys. Written by Al Ewing, illustrations by Juan Ferreira. It's the origin of the Green Door. This is a lot of people's picks of the week. I'm guessing, listen, you know how we feel about first appearance, first cover. That cover A, Green Door, might be the one to get, guys. And like Guy just said, the first appearance of the original Hulk in story form from 10,000 years ago. So this might be a key of the week for me.
What's up with cover A, man? Hulk looked like he's wearing a hula skirt.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen.
He's on vacation. Okay, defects. That wraps up first appearances. You know what comes next. And if you don't know what comes next, then maybe you're not subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not watching. So you know what? Hit the like button. Comment. Tell us how we're doing. We like to comment back to you. Jay loves talking to people in the chat. You know what? Subscribe. And then you know what? Hit the bell. So maybe you know when we're putting stuff up. Okay. So now we're going to get back to the defects picks of the week. Ooh. First up from Aftershock, you got Phantom of the Scan, number 2. Matty Forge, tell me what's going on.
I remember when we spoke about this book. It feels like a while ago. It's been a while since issue 1. Cullen Bunn, we know he's a great horror writer. This story, I read number 1. I was into it. All I got to say is you got psychics with exploding heads. Kind of sounds like scanners. I mean, they got scan in there. This was really cool. The original solicitation read, 20 years ago, a comet fell to Earth. Since that night, Matthew has been haunted by a spirit that gives him incredible psychic abilities. This is the story of me and Jay. But these abilities come with a price and payment is due. So issue 1 was an easy read. Okay, it flowed really good. Art was great. Cullen Bunn wrote a great first story. It definitely wants me to read issue 2. So I recommend going out and read number 1 and grab number 2 this week.
Wasn't this one of Chris's picks?
It might have been. It's a good question.
I think so.
You might be right, Guy.
Well, moving right along. This week from Dark Horse Comics, you got Rangers of the Divide, number 1. You know what? Jay was all on that unicorn, so there's something going on this cover. So, Jay, what do you got for me, bud?
Yeah, guys, a 4-issue limited series, sci-fi fantasy, written and illustrated by Megan Han. Inexperienced soldiers venture into an uncharted territory to meet dangers, guys. Sounds extremely familiar from a whole bunch of other sci-fi books and movies. But hey, you might want to give it a read if you're into the sci-fi fantasy thing.
People are going to ask, was it a coincidence that Jay got this book after getting Unicorn, or did we do it by design? You'll never know. You'll never know.
Sometimes the stars just line up. That's all. That's all you got to say, defects.
Yeah, I was born under a bad star, unfortunately.
This week from DC Comics, I can't tell you how excited I am about this. Not because it's Fortnite, not because it's Batman. Sorry, guys. But you know what? Batman, Fortnite, 0 point. It's because it's Batman versus Snake Eyes. All right, Matty Forge, what do we got?
Oh, man. We got some cool covers. Cover A, the cardstock variant, and that. For me, 1 in 25 is where it's at. That is a clean cover. Snake Eyes in his glory against Batman. Like Guy said, Batman versus Snake Eyes. The first and probably the only crossover of these two characters. And the Fortnite series, guys. This series is hot right now. I don't know if it's because of the story or just because of the little codes that you can get. If you collect all 6, you get some kind of cool Batman Zero outfit. So if you made it this far, keep going. You only got a few more to get there. So, but I love the angle here. I love the Snake Eyes point of view. And interesting timing, because of the day that we're recording this, we just got a Snake Eyes tease. So...
And I was just going to say, kudos to DC, because they just captured that whole video game, audience, the Batman audience. And now with Snake Eyes being so hot with the trailer dropping, they grabbed Snake Eyes and threw him in here. So awesome move, DC. Great play.
And is that cardstock variant Jim Lee?
It's a good question. I could find
let us
that
know.
out.
I know Jim Lee was doing a cover, so.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, come on. You got Wonder Girl, number 1 from DC this week. This is a very, very DC-packed week, boys. Jay, what do you think of Wonder Girl, Jay?
So this is what I think. I think there are a few future state titles that actually made it to the second round. This being one of them, guys. Wonder Girl, number 1. It's the first ongoing solo title featuring Yara Flor as Wonder Girl. So we've seen a couple of different future states make it past that story arc they did about a month and a half ago. So obviously this sold well for DC. I know fans were into it. So if you're into Yara Flor, give it a read, give it a pickup. We always say if you can't grab that first appearance, Hey, listen, you grab the origins in those first ongoing series.
Good point. You got cover A, you got a 1 in 25 incentive variant, and then you got that 1 in 50 and 1 in 250 spot foil as well, Maddie. I mean,
There you go.
they're getting
Looking good.
exciting over there.
Hey,
Guys,
Guy, I think the Jim Lee was the cardstock variant, the regular cover. I don't think it was the 1 in 25. Sorry, I was looking that up for you.
that's okay. Thanks, bud.
Yeah, I got you.
Guys, Dynamite coming in hot this week. Sonya Versal, number 4. You got cover A. You got the Linzer limited variant over here. I know there's a bunch of variants for this, but we're just showing you a couple, guys. If you're into that, go pick them up. I mean, look who it is.
It's Dynamite, baby.
Come on.
Bang, 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 bang.
Speaking of Dynamite.
Listen, you can't have Sonya without Vampirella. Vengeance of Vampirella, number 18. I mean, cover A. Just close your eyes, youngins. And then they got the cosplay variant over there. I think she's drinking Jay's blood, to be honest.
yeah, I think so.
Hopefully that's all it is.
So, okay, moving right along. I'm gonna be honest. FANTAGRAPHICS is scaring the shit out of me this week with this Red Room number 1. I'm gonna ask Matty Forge to explain it, and I'm most likely gonna go hide in the corner and cry.
Yeah, I knew you wouldn't be able to get through the cover, so I figured I'll just take it from here.
No, I'm not even looking at him.
Yeah, the 1 in 5 Pisker, the 1 in 12 Rug, the 1 in 20 Momoko, which we'll have more to talk about later, the limited to 1,000 variant, and the limited to 800 variant. FANTAGRAPHICS, never heard of them, but Ed Pisker, he's doing it all. He's doing the interiors, he's doing the covers, he's doing the stories. This is interesting, and I know a lot of people have this as their pick of the week as well. This is basically, we have a group of criminals that are hiding behind the anonymity, I don't know if I'm saying that right, of the dark web. Okay, so they're using the dark web and cryptocurrency to stay anonymous. How about that? A little bit better than the other word.
Mm-hmm.
And they're streaming murders live on a webcam.
Where do I sign up?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I said when I read this listation. I was like, this could get good. This is an interesting take. I'm shocked that we haven't seen more along these lines, right? This is today's day and age. Cryptocurrency, webcams. Try to find me. I know they've done some movies like that. I really enjoy the movies that they do like this. So I'm sign me up for this comic. I know Jay's into this too.
Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah. I'm definitely giving this a read.
Who
you're picking this up, right, Guy?
Who wrote it?
Ed Pisker.
Yeah, I piskered my pants.
That's how you got to say it. Pisker.
All right.
You got to say what a punch, Pisker.
Yeah.
Pop that P.
I don't know what that means. This week, guys, from IDW, you got Transformers World War number 29. Anything Transformers, I'm all over, guys. So if you're into it, go get it. Who doesn't love Optimus Prime? Who doesn't love Decepticons, Autobots? Come on.
That 1 in 10 is nice.
Yeah, that's a dope cover.
That's it.
It really is.
Love it. And the defects have been on this book from day one, from Jump Street, whatever you want to call it, guys. Radiant Black number 4 from Image this week. You got cover A. You got the Mason variant. I mean, that just looks crazy coming through the mask over there. And then you got the 1 in 25 Diwali variant.
Yeah, guys. Radiant Black versus Radiant Red. Writer Kyle Higgins promises that after this battle across the city of Lockport, nothing will be the same. If you haven't hopped on this is like old school 90s comic book story, guy. It is an awesome read. It goes extremely fast. Can't wait for this battle. Pick this story up if you haven't.
Guys, Mad Cave Comics bringing out Nottingham number 1 third printing, and as we call it, Nottingham. All I gotta say is it looks like the sheriff of Nottingham off with his head. She's got the head and the plate. I don't know what is going on this cover. I'm gonna be honest. That's 2 covers that scared me this week. So thank you.
Hot series. Hot series.
Marvel this week, guys. Daredevil number 30. As if we didn't have enough. We have Daredevil. We got, who's that? Elektra in the Daredevil suit?
Yep. Once
Looking
again,
like-
guys, Elektra's still rocking the Daredevil suit.
I'm going to be honest with you. There is no way she's getting that 80s hair into that mask. So I don't know where they came up with this idea, but there's no way that hair is fitting in the mask. I'm just saying.
They got to redraw. Somebody's got to go out and redraw it like they did to J. Scott Campbell's
Exactly. See?
Mary Jane pose, so it's
Yeah.
more ergonomically correct or whatever the frig they did over there.
Oh, what a we won't even get into that.
Yeah,
We won't
don't get
into
me
it.
started.
Nah, moving right along, Marvel this week. Also, guys, you got Fantastic Four, Life Story number 1, the 60s. I mean, who doesn't like starting off in the 60s? You got cover A, you got the Booth variant, you got the 1 in 25 Rivera. I know Matty Ford has got to talk about the Fantastic Four, right, Matt?
Yes, sir. So from writer Mark Russell. Yeah, Mark Russell. This is I'm excited for this celebration of 60 years of the Fantastic Four, guys. Wow, 60 years, crazy. This is part of a 6-issue limited series that's going to take you through the decades. I guess each issue is going to be a decade, right? So this is the 60s, and it's going to just give you some backstories between all the members of Fantastic Four. So this is really cool. You got Galactus on that Booth variant. I'm pretty sure from what I've read that he is part of this issue. Reed is preparing, I believe, for his arrival, obsessing over the arrival. So I can't wait to see this. This is kind of like the little filler stories that you never got to see throughout reading Fantastic Four all these years, 60 years of it. So definitely pumped for this.
That cover A is pretty dope if you take a look at it, and how they show the costumes in between that beam.
Yes,
you see it
exactly. Yep,
it's really, really dope. They did a good job with that.
I like it.
Very excited about this, guys. From Marvel this week, you got SHANG-CHI number 1. You got cover A over there. You got 125 Sue variant, and you got a 1 in 50 Campbell. So, Jay, tell me what you think of SHANG-CHI.
Huge fan of that 1 in 50 Campbell variant. I think that's an awesome cover. Guys, writer Jean Lu Yang makes Shang-Chi the leader of the 5-weapon society, and all different heroes across the Marvel universe start to picture him as a bad guy. So it's a little bit of a different spin on him, and we all know he's hot right now. The trailer dropped a couple of weeks ago. He's heating up, man. This is a storyline I'm definitely going to pick up and give a read.
I'm liking it. I'm digging these covers too. So, perfect timing by Marvel, right?
Yep, perfect timing.
This week, guys, from Marvel, also you got Star Wars Bounty Hunters number 12. I know you're going to have a lot of covers on here. You got cover A, you got the Duluth Crimson variant, you got the Sprouse variant, which is obviously paying homage to the old movies. What else we got, Matt? We got more covers. We don't have them here, but you know what? They're out there.
There is a bunch more. You know we can't add them all. Guys, if you're digging the Bounty Hunters storyline, this is another prelude. The Threat in the Shadows. This is a tie-in. So these are, I guess, if you're into that, we were doing the King of Black tie-ins. Sounds like these tie-ins have been a lot better. This is again Boba Fett, Han Solo, Valance. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on here. This story arc seems to be garnering a lot of interest, so it's on the list this week.
From Scout Comics this week, guys, we have Red Shift number 1. You got a couple different covers over here. You got a 1 in 10 incentive variant as well. Jay, explain what's going on in this baby.
All right, we got H.S. Tack as the writer, right, guys? Humanity grapples to survive on Mars, but mankind is relying on an astronaut who is afraid of space. Listen, we had a Crusher book this week. Why would you become an astronaut if you are afraid of space? This is like a barber being afraid of butt clippers and scissors. What's going on here, guys? What do you think?
I don't know, man. I was confused by solicitation as well, but people are talking about it. I don't have much else to say besides I saw that picture actually the last time I was at Jay's house. That was Halloween circa 2014, I believe. He had a hatchet and a dead cock in his hand. So I don't know. I think that's where they got the photo from. But,
Tumblers, watch out.
you know,
Hide your cocks.
guys in shock right now.
No, I'm just trying to explain something. I don't go bungee jumping. I don't go skydiving. I don't get on a fucking ladder. Okay. Don't go to space. Moving right along, guys. Finishing off this week, I Walk with Monsters, number 6 from Vault Comics. I'll tell you this much. I don't walk with monsters, but Matt does.
I think we every time this issue shows up on the list, I yell at you to go read this. And I talk about the word bubble placement. So I'm going to save you guys from that and just say that issue 6 is out and I will be reading it. And I guarantee that you will regret one day if you don't start picking up these issues.
We know. All
right, Defects, that time of the week. Time for Chris Nelms' pick of the week. See what he's got. Red Room number 1 from FANTAGRAPHICS books. We talked about this earlier, but he specifically wants to talk about that 1 in 20 Peach Momoko, Jay and Guy's favorite artist on the block right now. Red Room number 1 by Ed Piskor. Not sure what to think about this book, but in some indie circles, people are real excited about it. The 1 in 20 Momoko is supposedly her last non-Marvel commissioned work. But does it matter when there are 5 to 6 Momoko's covers this week? Boom still has her covers to come out. And with Marvel putting out 2 to 3 a week, the Momoko fatigue is real. The Red Room Momoko is good, and I will look for it. The cheapest I am seeing it right now is $50. So if I could, typed it wrong. So if I could get this for a good buy at ratio, he's going to grab it. I don't know. I think he might be right about the fatigue. I don't know if this is going to matter. That is her last non-Marvel commission because of the order in which it comes out. It sounds like there's some other Boom titles that are going to come out later that she just did earlier than this one. So I don't know if this is going to have much steam, but I guess all it has to do is make it onto certain lists and people start buying it and the FOCO train starts rolling again. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, the Momoko fatigue set in for me, like, I'm going to say in like late August.
Week 2?
Yeah. Guy, what do you got, man? Help me out here.
Peach for FOMO?
All right, Defects, that wraps up this week of the new Comic Book Day show. Before you go anywhere, 2 things I want to tell you. Number 1, there's another CBSI video that's going to drop today when you're watching this video. Tuesday night, 10 p.m. Eastern, over on Keep It Thorough Comics, the Indie Spotlight, the CBSI Indie Spotlight show, 10 p.m. Keep It Thorough Comics. Link is in the description below. Number 2, this Thursday, we got a nice spec video coming out. You definitely want to set the reminders for that. Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern. Stay tuned for that one. It's a good one. So, for the Pressable Defects, catch you on the next new Comic Book Day show.